Where my nerds at? Yes! So excited to be with you today. Loved hearing from Dr. Hill, Dr. O. We are so grateful for you, for everything you do, for everything you are. And today we get to share with you some exciting things. You've already heard some exciting things, right? You ready for some more? Last year at convention, I stood on stage and shared the first glimpse of a large clinical study on one of your favorites and mine, frankincense. Today, I have the incredible honor of diving deeper and showing you how frankincense is rewriting the way we understand wellness at the genetic level. Frankincense is more than a beloved essential oil. It's a bridge between what our ancestors knew and what modern science is finally discovering. It's an important part of our past and our future of wellness. For decades, we've known frankincense helps topically with the skin, internally with immunity, and aromatically with its incredible aroma. Many of us use frankincense in our daily routines. It's familiar, precious, and powerful in protecting your health and your family's health. But until recently, we really didn't know much about how it works so beautifully across so many systems. Today, we do. Because now we have large-scale clinical trials showing how frankincense communicates with our cells and our DNA. So in the last year, we've studied both frankincense essential oil and Frankincense Boswellic Acid Complex in human beings using some of the most advanced tools in systems biology and gene expression mapping. The results weren't just impressive, they were mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it, and that's coming from a crusty old veteran of essential oil research. In the first trial, participants took the doTERRA frankincense oil internally, daily, for 30 days, just 30 days. We saw significant changes in the expression of more than 1,200 genes, many of which are tied to collagen support, barrier function, wound healing, and skin resilience. It's like the essential oil reminds cells how to renew, not by forcing them, but by triggering the repair messages that had gotten quiet with age or stress. We also saw significant gene expression changes tied to mood, cognition, and circadian rhythms, including modulation of DRD2, SLC6A4, BDNF. Let those roll off the tongue, right? I know that sounds like alphabet soup, or for Star Wars fans, maybe a few droid names, right? Let's translate. DRD2 is a key gene for dopamine signaling, the pathway that supports motivation, drive, mental focus. SLC6A4 is linked to serotonin balance, which influences emotional resilience and our ability to stay calm in the face of stress, not unlike standing before 10,000 people, right? And BDNF, short for brain-derived neurotropic factor, is sometimes called fertilizer for the brain. It supports neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to form new connections, adapt, and stay sharp over time. When these genes are modulated in a healthy way, it translates into real benefits: clearer thinking, more stable moods, improved sleep-wake cycles, and greater capacity to learn and adapt. That's exactly what our participants reported in the subjective surveys during our studies. Think of it like hitting reset on your brain's wiring. Maybe you've seen these results in your own use of frankincense. I know when my head's out of whack, I want to feel a little more focused and less frazzled. This is certainly one of my go-to essential oils. Okay, let's talk immune system. Rather than indiscriminate stimulation, frankincense oil modulated immune activity like someone fine-tuning a stereo, upregulating immune protective genes while lowering inflammatory system overactivity. Specifically, we saw a statistically significant reduction in IL-6, a core inflammatory signal tied to fatigue, weak immunity, and accelerated aging. It's not about pushing harder. It's about helping our immune systems remember what's threatening and what's not. Frankincense calibrates that response, helping optimize our body systems. Now, in a second study, we paired CPTG frankincense essential oil with high AKBA boswellic acid in the complex, and these results were even more profound. We saw more than 46,000 locations in the genome that had changing methylation patterns. This represented modulation of over 12,000 genes, which, yes, we have gone through one by one to understand. And we found these genes tied to inflammatory and immune systems, detox, mood, cognition, signaling, DNA repair, cell cycle regulation, and more. This goes beyond support. This is cellular coaching. Complex doesn't hijack our systems, but reminds the body of the balance and connection that modern lifestyle so often disrupts. We also saw a downregulation of NF-kappa beta and IL-6 genes, classic drivers of the inflammatory system. We saw upregulation of detox genes like GSTM1, NRF2, and FOXO3, which are critical for antioxidant defense, cellular repair, and graceful aging. Let's unpack that for a minute. NF-kappa beta and IL-6 are like the on switches of the inflammatory system. In small amounts, inflammation is protective, as is how we fight off infection and recover from injuries. But when those genes stay switched on too strongly or for too long, inflammation becomes chronic, quietly damaging tissues and accelerating the aging process. So seeing these genes turn down can be a good sign. It suggests the body is learning to calm unnecessary fire. On the other hand, GSTM1, NRF2, and FOXO3 act more like your cleanup and repair crew. GSTM1 helps clear toxins and metabolic waste. NRF2 is sometimes called the master antioxidant switch, activating dozens of protective pathways and shielding your cells from damage. And FOXO3, you may have heard that one, it's famous in aging research. It's one of the longevity genes tied to healthy stress response and longer lifespan in multiple studies. So when these detox and repair genes are turned up, the body has more resources to defend against those daily stressors we heard about this morning, whether that's pollution, UV exposure, or simply daily wear and tear. Okay, what does that mean? In practical terms, this complex supports healthier cells, smoother repair, and promotes what we might call graceful aging, not just adding years to life, but also adding vitality to those years. I want you to imagine your cells are like a busy city. The Frankincense Boswellic Acid Complex turns down those fire alarms and sends in more of the street sweepers and construction workers to help keep everything shipshape. Now, genes related to dopamine signaling, serotonin uptake, and circadian timing were also modulated with the frankincense capsules. In simple terms, these are genes that help regulate the brain's natural feel-good messengers and the body's internal clock. When these genetic pathways are supported in healthy ways, people often notice improvements in emotional resilience, steadier moods, and a more positive outlook. Again, that's exactly what we saw in our study. Participants taking the capsules reported feeling more emotionally balanced, experiencing better quality sleep, and having more energy to engage in their daily activities. The brain fog lifted, not with stimulation, but rather with clarity, with calm, and with chemistry that helps us feel like us again. The science is powerful, very exciting, but often what we care about most is how does it help real people? Participants in both trials reported less discomfort, improved mood, increased mobility, improved rest and recovery, emotional resilience. These daily burdens were lifted, and life was made a little easier. So maybe you're wondering, how do I use these products? When might I reach for one versus the other? All right, so let's talk about that. Frankincense essential oil is the classic, of course. It's perfect for skin barrier maintenance, gentle immune balancing, daily cellular resilience, emotional grounding. And you can use this one topically, aromatically, and internally. Though this study didn't focus on the topical or aromatic use, many of you already know and love frankincense on the skin or in the diffuser. It's a powerhouse. The Frankincense Boswellic Acid Complex is the heavy hitter, perfect for recalibrating the immune system, liver detox, DNA support, energy, focus, emotional flexibility, daily cellular resilience. This is an internal use only, 1 to 2 capsules. So let's bring that all together in the cellular health targeted solution. In addition to our foundational wellness bundle and frankincense products, don't forget about DDR Prime. This is our targeted solution that also supports cellular integrity, detoxification, and repair based on preclinical research. These awesome products form a 3-pronged cellular renewal system that really packs a punch. Here's how you can bring this science into daily use. Start with the foundational wellness bundle. BMG Plus, E Omega Plus, and doTERRA PB Restore. You heard some of the amazing research behind these products. There is a lot more to come, probably years worth. Very exciting. These provide a solid foundation on which you can build according to your individual needs. Then, use the targeted solutions as needed for cellular health and the other benefits we've been discussing. Frankincense Boswellic Acid Complex. Try 1 capsule with breakfast. See how that wakes you up. DDR Prime. Take 1 to 2 capsules with lunch or as needed. And of course, our wonderful frankincense essential oil. Aromatically, try diffusing this in the morning and evening for a grounding aroma. Topically, you can apply along the spine, on the chest, over the heart, in your hands to breathe in that wonderful aroma. For internal use, you can take 1 or 2 drops daily in a capsule, under the tongue, the roof of your mouth, whatever works best for you. And the great news is, these practices can be adapted for every stage of life. Right? A few examples for children. Dilute frankincense and apply on the spine or on the feet for a calming massage. I love to use frankincense in the Aroma Touch hand technique with my kids at night. For adults, add the Frankincense Boswellic Acid Complex for immune recalibration and mood support. For aging adults, try all 3. Frankincense essential oil, the capsules, and the DDR Prime for mitochondrial protection and brain resilience. For stressed professionals, many of us would qualify there. Take frankincense oil internally and diffuse for calm focus without burnout. So to conclude, let's get philosophical for just a moment. You heard Dr. Hill talk about why research matters, right? Why does research matter? People aren't just looking for natural solutions. They're looking for proven ones. And now we can say with scientific integrity, frankincense modulates the inflammatory system. It supports emotional and cognitive balance. It promotes immune regulation. It protects your DNA and cellular architecture. Right? As we do this research, we have validated data for our safety and regulatory requirements. Research helps us build a foundation of confidence. Many of you have known what to do with frankincense for a long time. You see it work. You feel its effects. And now you know why. And you know that you're in the right place with doTERRA. Remember that this depth and breadth of clinical research is only possible with the high quality, consistent chemistry of doTERRA CPTG frankincense. That $5 who knows what frankincense off the grocery store shelf just won't do. This is the doTERRA difference. Thanks to these clinical trials, we now know frankincense compounds don't just sit passively in the body. They carry information like tiny messengers bringing blueprints and instructions. They signal cells. They equip systems with tools for optimization. They help restore balance where modern life may have thrown us off course. So when we breathe in or take in frankincense, it's far more than just enjoying a comfortable aroma. It's interaction. Frankincense is architecture, helping build resilience at the cellular level. It's instruction, teaching the body healthier ways to respond to stress. And it's an invitation, reconnecting us with ancient roots and partnering with the wisdom of nature that's been here always. In a way, each drop of frankincense is a connection, from plants to people, from past to present, from stress to strength. For those of you who want to dive deeper, we've updated the frankincense ebook to reflect this groundbreaking research. You can find it at the same QR code you've been scanning for the other information. And we've created detailed science blog posts on both studies, one for the oil and one for the capsules. We invite you, immerse yourself in this exciting research. Use these resources, teach them. Let them help you show people what we've always known. Frankincense works, and now we know why. Tell people your own stories of how frankincense has empowered your life and the lives of your family and friends. I hope these findings give you renewed confidence to share the King of Oils and use it daily as a systems optimizer and cellular health support. Not merely as tradition, but as proven precision and power. Frankincense is more than sacred. It's smart, and it's clinically validated. Let this research strengthen your daily rituals. Let it deepen your belief and your reasons to reach for that bottle. Here are my favorite reasons for loving frankincense. I've seen the tremendous benefits it brings. I've seen the miracles. And as I can unequivocally say from my many years' experience in my lab and my home, when in doubt, get the frankincense out. Thank you so much.